Let's talk about tea. For so many of us, it's a simple, comforting drink. But what if I told you that over 1,200 years ago, one book completely transformed it? We're diving deep into Lu Yu's Cha Jing, or the Classic of Tea, a text that literally invented the art of tea and turned a simple beverage into a profound cultural practice.
So think about it for a second. How do you personally make a cup of tea? You probably boil the water, drop in a tea bag, wait a few minutes, and that's it, right? It's easy, it's fast, and hey, it works.
Well, according to history's very first certified tea master, a man revered as the tea sage, we might be missing the point. His name was Lu Yu, and to him, our quick and easy method, well, it wouldn't even scratch the surface.
You see, back before the 8th century, tea was often just this rustic soup. Seriously, people would just boil the leaves in a pot and throw in stuff like ginger, scallions, maybe some orange peel. It was more about getting a warm drink down than appreciating the tea itself. But one man, Lu Yu, looked at that and thought, no, tea deserves better. It can be an art.
And this is his legacy, the Cha Jing. Written around 760 CE, this is the first book in history dedicated entirely to tea. And it's not just a recipe book, oh no. It's a complete philosophical guide that lays out the rules for everything from how the tea plant should be grown to the very last sip you take.
So how exactly did the tea sage think you should do it? Well, the whole process begins way before any water gets boiled. It starts with the leaf itself and a really intensive journey to transform it into what's known as a tea cake. And the level of detail here is just mind-blowing. First off, you can only pick the leaves on a clear day. No rain, not even clouds. Then you steam them, pound them into a paste, shape them in molds, and then roast them super carefully. Every single step is designed to capture the purest character of the tea. This isn't just agriculture, it's a form of artistry.
Okay, so you've gone through all that trouble and you have your perfect little tea cake. You're ready to brew now, right? Not so fast. Lu Yu would say you need to get your gear in order first. And let's just say he was particular.
24. That's the magic number. Not a spoon and a mug. 24 specialized tools that he considered absolutely essential for making tea the right way. We're talking everything from a special grinder to a water filter to a specific long-handled ladle. Suddenly, my favorite mug feels a little basic. And these tools weren't just about function. They were packed with meaning. Take the wind stove for heating the water. It was this specially designed brazier covered in inscriptions that connected it to the core elements of the universe: wind, fire, and water. The whole idea was that making tea was an act of harmonizing with nature itself. This just shows you how deep his thinking went. In the book, he has this whole section debating the best kind of bowl to drink from. He argues that yuware, this beautiful bluish-green pottery, is the absolute best because it looks like jade, and, more importantly, it enhances the green color of the tea. The white xingware? Inferior. He said it made the tea look reddish. Imagine caring so much that the color of your cup had to perfectly complement the drink. That's dedication.
So we have the perfect tea cake. We have our 24 symbolic tools all laid out. Now, finally, we get to the heart of it all, the actual brewing. And Lu Yu described this part with the soul of a poet.
But wait, before you even light the fire, you have to choose your water. And yeah, he had a ranking system for that too. The absolute best, mountain spring water. If you can't get that, okay, river water from somewhere far away from people is good. Your last resort, well water. The purity of the water source was everything. And here's where the real magic happens. Lu Yu said you don't just boil water. You watch for 3 distinct stages. First, the fish eyes, tiny bubbles with a soft sound. That's when you add a little salt. Then, the linked pearls, when bubbles string up the sides. That's when you whisk in the powdered tea. And finally, the raging billows. At this point, you ladle in some cool water to calm the boil and nurture the beautiful foam on top, which he called the flower of the tea. It's just beautiful. So, what was the point of all this painstaking detail? Well, the Cha Jing did more than just teach people how to make tea. It sparked a cultural revolution. It created an entirely new culture of refinement, mindfulness, and appreciation. The difference is night and day. Before Lu Yu, you had what he called ditchwater tea, that spicy soup we talked about. It was just for thirst. After Lu Yu, tea became a refined elixir. He championed drinking tea pure, with nothing added, so you could taste its true character. It went from a crude beverage to a mindful practice for virtuous and thoughtful people. He totally changed the game.
Now, to be fair, Lu Yu didn't discover tea. Legend gives that credit to Emperor Shennong way back in the mists of time. But what Lu Yu did was take this plant that people already knew about and give it a system, a philosophy, and a profound sense of ritual. His book became the absolute foundation for the incredible tea cultures that blossomed in China's Tang and Song dynasties and then spread across the world.
And this quote just sums up his entire philosophy perfectly. It's all about quality, not quantity. He believed the real, nuanced, wonderful flavor of the tea is all in those first 3 servings. After that, you're basically just drinking hot water. It's a powerful reminder to slow down and truly savor the peak of an experience.
Which kind of leaves us with a fascinating question. Lu Yu took something as mundane as drinking a hot beverage and turned it into a beautiful practice of focus and intention. It really makes you wonder, what's an everyday ritual in your life? Making your morning coffee, cooking dinner? What could you elevate into an art form just by giving it a little more care and attention?
This is for entertainment and educational purposes only.